Hi everyone, my name is Caitlin Brazner. I grew up at CEEBJ and it's so good to be back with you all this high holiday season. I am currently a fourth year rabbinical student at HUC here in Cincinnati. So I too am going through the preparations for this high holy day season. And one thing that I've been thinking a lot about is Kol Nidre. The Kol Nidre is one of my favorite moments of the high holy days. I look forward to hearing it sung or played every single year. I think the music is some of the most beautiful, haunting melodies that we've ever heard. And so as I get ready to hear this prayer and as I look forward to hearing it, I've been researching a little bit what it means and looking more into what's behind this beautiful moment in our Erev Yom Kippur service. And in reading the prayer, I was struck by the fact that it really reads more like a legal disclaimer. When you take a look at the text, it says something to the effect of, let all the vows I make for myself between now and this year be null and void. And it's an interesting thing. It begs the question, why would we take a moment to preemptively declare all of our promises and oaths null and void for the upcoming year? It might seem a little duplicitous, but the rabbis do something really interesting. When discussing this prayer in their texts, they make clear that this is not something that can make void your vows between yourself and other people. This only applies to vows that you make for yourself. And that's so fascinating. It takes a moment to say that we might set goals for ourselves. We may make promises to ourselves for the upcoming year, resolutions in the new year that we may not meet. I think we're all striving right now for really important things. We're going through something so difficult. We're fighting for big change. And when that's happening, we set a lot of really big goals, important goals. But I think it's also important to recognize that we may not achieve every single thing we're setting out to do in 5781. Not because we aren't willing to work hard or fight for it, but just because it's hard. The things and the goals we're setting for ourselves are challenging. And the Kol Nidre is this beautiful aspirational moment where we recognize that it's okay and that we might fall short. We might not achieve everything we want to. And I think it gives us the room to forgive ourselves. It reminds us that we may not live up to our own expectations. And part of that self-care is forgiveness of self. And it's recognizing that it's okay to fight and to strive and to not always reach what we're looking for. And so for me, something I'm thinking about this year is setting big goals for myself. It is to name the things that I want to see happen in the world, to continue pushing for them. And it's also a reminder to be kind to myself and to forgive myself when the goals I set aren't always attained. I think that it's important to remember that our tradition gives us that space to try and to also take that time to recognize that to err is human and that our tradition is there to hold us when we aren't able to achieve our original intentions. So for me this year, Kol Nidre is about self-care. It's about setting big goals. And it's about remembering that I've already acknowledged, right in Yom Kippur services, that it's okay if I don't get there. It's about trying and being kind to yourself and to others.